What's up, everybody? Bringing you another unboxing and overview of the Mojhon Storm. So, as you can see, it's got the 2000 hertz polling rate, wireless or wired, multiple platform support, as you can see as well. As far as presentation for a box, definitely nice. I mean, taking a look at it, you can see it definitely has a lot of features and functions, and we will get into that. So, got the controller, obviously. Does come with a docking station, which is awesome. And a slot for the actual wireless dongle in there so it doesn't take up a port on your PC. And it is right here. So you just slap that in. Definitely locks in good. And you are good to roll. Get that off to the side. Then you got your instruction booklet, all the same info, like everything. Little card, which is great. This actually does link you right for the app because it does allow app support via the controller or your phone, and then obviously your PC. And then you get the extra sticks, which are great. They just pop in and out. So if you do like that option, and of course the braided cable. So, moving on. So, got the controller. Comes with the protection rings, which is great. It's always nice to see. And it is a very nice looking controller. So, you got kind of like a clear plastic, some stuff written on it, you know, definitely some branding. Plastic. But very solid as far as in the hand. No issues with it. You know, for me, it definitely feels like a regular Xbox controller, so very nice. It's got the TMR joysticks, which is awesome. Not sure what the tension is, but the TMR joysticks I have liked in the past. They feel like they are a little bit more on the tension side opposed to the Hall effect. So very nice. Like I said, you can just pop these off. What I've been using is actually the GameSir thumb caps on it. So I've been liking those quite a bit. I've not really messed with them too much, but you got clicky buttons. Very quiet for clicky buttons for sure. D-pad is very nice. Very clicky, which is nice. And as far as back paddles, you got the two side ones. And then the two center ones. So these ones are clicky, these two are not. One thing I noticed when you're playing with it, the ones in the center, you have to actually move your finger to actuate it. So you can't just kind of roll onto it. It feels like you got to move your finger to actually activate it. And you can turn off the trigger locks too, and very nice still. Definitely hits a wall, but it doesn't feel like squishy or over travel or anything. I mean, it just full on stops when you're there. But like most of you, we're always, you know, probably locking the triggers anyway, so it's not that big a deal. And of course you got your plug-in if you need to, but like I said, the charging dock is great. I wish more controllers would do it. And at the time of recording, I think I got this on sale on Amazon around 50 bucks, and I did buy it with my own money, so they are not paying me to do any kind of review on this. So, and without further ado, we'll get into what my thoughts are. So I do like this controller. On my other videos, I do prefer the two top buttons up top and just two side buttons. So, you know, Mojhon, if you do another one, by all means, keep these side buttons here where they're at, but just add the two top ones and get rid of the ones in the center. I don't mind the ones in the back here, personal preference, but my overall comfort and how I like the controllers now are the two up top and these two side ones would be amazing. So it's a great controller, really has a lot of options to it. It does work really well. I've been playing a variety of games with Battlefield 6 again, Helldivers 2, and a little bit of marathon also, and really no issues. You know, as soon as you pull it off the cradle, it connects right up, no issues. And yeah, it's been super comfortable. Control sticks have worked really well too. So especially for 50 bucks, I don't think you can go wrong. But we will get into the app and kind of show you everything there as well. All right, now we are looking at the app. Like I said, you can use your phone, which is probably what I've been using primarily. I think it is pretty easy to use on the phone, but this is the app. So you cannot make it full screen, unfortunately, but it's still not bad. Go to, start configuration. I already did it. So apparently when you do it through the app and through the PC, it is separate. So like you can see, it's got the different light color modes. You do have RGB on it also, which is kind of nice. So when it's plugged in, you got the 3 different spots that has RGB, and it's fully customizable, which is pretty nice through this option. So if you're into all that, usually I just had it off or a solid color just to kind of save on battery life. And then you do have the configurator, so you can set it up differently if you want. So you got the stick layout. You got your, well, these I would probably kick it down to, usually with TMR sticks, I just leave them at 3 usually, and then you can kind of go up from there if you really need to, but you shouldn't have to. And then you got your left, your right one. You can set up your curve, so you can set up pretty much everything, which is really nice. So you can even do your own calibration if you want. Not really needed. You got your triggers, of course. Like I said, it's got the trigger locks, which are really nice. It's a solid back wall, which I do really like. And then your key mapping. So you can set them all up from here. Like I said, everything is pretty much customizable, which is really nice. Usually you see like even the start button and stuff like that. You can actually change those if you want to. But most people I don't think will mess with that. And you got, of course, your vibration. Normally I turn those off. I don't really mess with it or anything like that most of the time. And then you have your macros you can set up if you want to do that. I stay away from that kind of stuff, so I never mess with it. And then you also have all the other things you can do. So you got, like I said, your pulling rate 2000, which is really kind of nice. Like I said, I tried it. I usually just kick it back down to 1,000. I don't ever really notice a difference above 1,000. Even 250, I don't really notice a difference because, you know, I'll be honest, I'm not a pro gamer, never will be. So between even the 250 to 1,000, yes, I'm sure there is a difference, but I have some higher pulling rates than even the 2,000, which I'll have a review on here soon. And other than that, you can, if you screw something up, you can just completely do a reset, which is kind of nice. But like I said, the app is really nice. It does have a lot of stuff going for it. Very easy to kind of download and get, set it all up. Not very difficult. But like I said, the one through the app, I love the one through the mobile app. It really does have pretty much all the same stuff here and was very easy, straightforward to get it set up and, get rolling. And, if you need to change a profile, you don't have to dig into your computer. You just load it up, switch it, and continue going forward. So, but if you do have questions, by all means, feel free to ask, and I will definitely get back to you as soon as possible. But otherwise, I'd say if you're looking for a good budget controller and you don't mind the 4 back paddles with the inner 2 opposed to the top ones, I mean, for 55 bucks, I think is what it normally goes for. They did an amazing job. I mean, you get your TMR sticks, you get all the clicky buttons. I mean, all the buttons are clicky except for just the back 2 inner ones. But as far as reach, no problem. Like I said, all the games I've been playing with it, it's been a very comfortable controller. I just, have the preference of I like the top 2. So if they do another one, it would be easily another one I would buy and use for sure, because this one I have really liked using for the past about 3 weeks now at this point. So, but otherwise, if you have questions, feel free to let me know or stop by my channel and, let me know what you think of the controller if you ever pick it up. But everybody, have a good one.